All right. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm back again with another video, and a different angle. I'm trying some new things with the camera I have because I haven't fiddled around with this. But I want to talk about the FDA and their decision with restricting access to certain medicines, which is just wrong. But beforehand, I want to say that down below in the comments and in my little description as well, I'll have a place for my alt platforms. I upload on Rumble. It's the same stuff as everything else currently. I do plan to make some exclusives and have some different posts and stuff on the other socials, etc. But right now, I'm just focusing on trying to get used to using them in the first place. I'm quite introverted. Okay, I'll leave it at that. But let's get on to this FDA stuff because they're restricting access. That I guess in a more to clarify further, they are removing emergency access authorization on monoclonal antibodies and ivermectin and things like that. You know, the kitchen sink treatment that Joe Rogan took, that he recommended Tim Pool take, which blessed both of those people. He recommended many other people to take, and it really helped them. It's been shown to help with COVID, and it's just a way better alternative. Now, me, I've had COVID a few times. I've had it 3 times. One time, it was a literal boxing match, and I felt like I was fighting Jake Paul. I got the shit beat out of me. I ended up coming back, though. That's why I'm here recording the video. The other 2 times, I didn't even know I had it, bro. Like, didn't even know I had it. But I still won't forget that first one. No way in hell. It was awful. But the fact of the matter is, they're also restricting these medicines from people and states. And people use monoclonal antibodies and ivermectin and all these other things for many other factors beyond just COVID. I mean, you got therapeutics, for example. You got parasitic infestations and stuff that it can help with. You have many other countless factors that these medicines can help you with COVID aside. So now we have all these millions of people that are going to be refused assistance with these drugs, or it's going to be way harder for them to get it. It's just overall an issue. I don't think that's okay. That's not right. And I understand the FDA, their response to this was because Omicron, essentially these medicines don't really help with Omicron. And, okay, sure, but let's look into it. It seems to show that these medicines do actually still help with it, though it's not as potent or useful as using it on other variants of the COVID virus. It's from what I've heard and looked at. So take that with a grain of salt. I could be wrong. But nonetheless, if the Omicron variant is like the common cold, why the hell are we even worrying about restricting medicines to it in the first place, or even worrying about people taking medicine in the first place for it? People are going to get herd immunity to this in the first place. So here's where I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat and tell you what I think this is. I think COVID was, I'm trying to think of a word that'll avoid the YouTube freaking AI bots, dude. I feel like it was intentional to start stripping away rights and to pass extremely authoritarian legislation and see how much they could get away with in the population before people had enough. And we saw a lot of sweeping security bills and stupid crap pass, as well as around the world, specifically in Australia, Austria, and things like that. We have seen it already happen in other places. We've seen it a little bit here. We had some lockdown pro freaking governors in some states that really messed up a lot of the economy for the rest of us. And that's not good. But we look further. They could use this as a means to be like, okay, these COVID variants aren't good, so we're going to restrict access to these medicines. But guess what the government's really good at? Once they restrict something or take it away, you don't get it back. You don't get it back. This is stage 1 of 4. Stage 1 being the beginning. Stage 4 being stripping away your medical rights and refusing them to political opposition. We are on stage 1. We give the inch and let this happen. They will take the mile, just like they take the mile and the hundreds of miles that they've already taken. They will always take that inch and go further. So hopefully we can learn from this. Hopefully nothing bad comes out of it. Maybe we will get our that access back. I don't know how everything's really going to play out here. I mean, I'm not a prophet. I'm just here giving you guys my raw thoughts. Yeah, let me know what you think down below. I don't think this is the right decision from the FDA. I think doctors should be making this choice, not government entities. Whether even if the doctors were right or wrong in this scenario, the fact of the matter is they are the medical experts, and if your doctor gives you an answer that you don't like, you are free to find a different doctor that might think otherwise. So there's no reason the government needs to be involved with our health care. That's a bad sign. History tells us that. But anyway, take care, everybody. Have a good one. See ya.